So here's my list of top 10 winning products to test in March 2023. In this video, I'll walk you through my document with all the elements that you need to test these winning products, such as winning video ads, competitor stores, product descriptions that you can use for your own store, pricing, interest targeting that you can use on Facebook ads and TikTok ads to test these products. I'll also leave a link to the document that you can copy and use yourself in the pinned comment below once the video reaches 100 likes. Without further ado, let's get straight into product number one. So product number one, we have a traditional looking smartwatch. And by traditional looking, you'll see what I mean if we start with the competitor ad. Have a look at the ad here. So as you can see, I've muted the ad. It has some background music, but I've muted it due to copyright issues. As you can see, it's a smartwatch that looks like a common watch. You know, usually smartwatches have the problem that they don't look like regular watches. And a lot of people don't like to wear smartwatches because of this, because they look like computers on a wrist. Like if you think about the Apple Watch, it doesn't look like you're wearing a regular watch. This bothers them. So they want to have a watch that looks like a watch. That's why I think this product is really smart and it can work really well, because it looks like an expensive watch, but it's actually a smartwatch, as you can see from the ad. This ad is, in my opinion, a bit longer than it needs to be. It could be faster, but you know, from a distance at least, it looks like a Rolex watch, but it's actually, you know, a smartwatch. It looks pretty good and it's not that expensive, which is amazing. Let's have a look at the competitor store here. So they're selling this for 70 euros, as you can see. This is written in French, so right away we can see that this is a local dropshipping strategy. If you haven't watched my video about local dropshipping, I highly suggest that you watch it. I'll leave a link in the corner here so you can check it out. But as you can see, this watch here is a very, very classic example of a local dropshipping store that takes a winning product and just rewords the exact same setup into the local language. So in France, if you're doing dropshipping in France, you would be wasting a lot of money by not translating your store and your ads into French. This description looks good to me. I mean, on desktop, it doesn't look amazing, but on mobile, it will look a lot better. You have some features, you have some images that don't look like stock footage. Well, this one kind of does, but they're not the best, but they're okay. For testing the product, this is all you need. I've said this multiple times already. You don't need to go out of your way and do something extremely complicated just to test the product. And we have some FAQs, we have reviews. So this is a pretty good store actually. For testing, it's a pretty good store. And they're even giving you 1 year guarantee, which, you know, is very important on a watch like this. You have a lot of models. You can see they even use the Rolex inspired names like Hulk, Batman, Pepsi, which is interesting. This one kind of mimics the Daytona. The reason I really like this is because it mimics really popular Rolex models that people like and that people like to flash around, you know, and from a distance, this might kind of look like one. And at the same time, it has the features of a smartwatch, which is the perfect combination between style and functionality, between a real watch and a smartwatch, and the price, you know, 70 euros. It's a very decent price for something like this for a smartwatch. Now, the AliExpress link is right here. You can go and check out the AliExpress supplier. So they're roughly doing a 2x on the price, which is very reasonable. I don't recommend that you do much more than 2x because it's very hard to find a product that has the perceived value that looks expensive enough to be able to charge more than 2x the price. Yeah, sometimes you can find them, but it's not common. And for this product, I think 2x makes it really appealing, and that's what you want. You want to make your customers feel like they're getting a really good deal. This is another thing that I think is impressive. It has 4.9 reviews, which is very, very good. 277 orders, so a decent amount for the reviews to be, you know, representative of the quality of the product. Really, really like that. So it seems like it's a product that works well, and it has a very interesting concept behind it. You know, the combination between style and functionality, smartwatch and regular watch. So definitely recommend that you test this product. It's a very interesting one. Pricing suggestion, as I said, you know, $36 for the product roughly. You sell it around 17, you get a profit around 33. You can play with this a bit more maybe, but I wouldn't go much higher than this. I'd recommend that you start testing it in the big five, but of course, if you're native to a country with a different language in the EU, you can definitely try a local dropshipping strategy with this. This is probably going to work better wherever these watches are more popular, but then again, you know, Rolex watches are popular all around the world, so this aesthetic to the watch is probably going to work anywhere. Targeting suggestions: smartwatch, watch, and fashion, pretty basic. You should start with simple targeting. I've always said that. Don't overcomplicate the targeting, and don't think that if the product doesn't work, don't blame the targeting for it, because it's probably not it, especially now that marketing platforms tend to gravitate towards broad targeting. Have the usual link to the testing strategy if you want to check that out, and then we have the product description that you can just copy and paste into your product page. Let's move on to product number 2, which is a waterproof travel bag. This is a product that has been a winning product for a while. It tends to peak in the time that leads up to the summer and late spring, because that's when people tend to travel more, at least in the northern hemisphere, you know, like summer vacation, spring break. So travel bags. I usually see them at this time of the year. Let me show you the ad here. So someone using a bunch of bags, and you can see how much room this bag has and how small it is to carry around with you. So it can save you a lot of space. That's why they're carrying all of this stuff with them, which is pretty good. Yeah, you know, it's not a bad ad. It's good for testing. It's got some Chinese text on there. You can see that it's in China, which is not amazing if you're testing in the big five, but you know, you can definitely work with something just for testing. Then on the competitor store, pretty basic, $50, massive discount. I wouldn't do this, to be honest. I wouldn't do 75% discounts. I would do something that feels more realistic, like 20-30%, because people have kind of gotten numb to this because so many people do these crazy discounts. You have your variants. The pictures are okay. I mean, on mobile, they're probably more than okay because just desktop makes them feel a little bit out of focus. We have your quantity discounts, which is nice. Our number one best-selling folding handbag is by far the best travel companion. So this is actually a really good. I like this description. We have a clear headline, which we didn't have in the other page, if I remember correctly. It was just text and pictures. I like the descriptions when they structure the text in a way that makes it visually appealing. You look at this and you are much more inclined to read this than a boring just paragraph setup. Like if you saw just this, you were much less likely to read it than you are when you see all of this, because bullet points have colored markers here, which helps a lot. The GIF is super important. Would always have a GIF. This product here, of course, makes the GIF more important even because you need to see the demonstration. This is obviously the wow factor of the product, but always include a GIF. It's very good to get people to stop scrolling and pay attention. Again, a headline. This description is very nicely organized. I like it. The part that doesn't matter, you know, dimensions, you should have it, by the way, but you know, you shouldn't have it too high in the page. Guarantee, shipping and handling, which is also important at the bottom as it should be. Reviews. I really like this store, to be honest. I think it's a very basic testing store. You know, it's fine to be basic when you're just testing, but I like the setup. Very good product. Then you have the supplier link that you can check out. $9. You can sell it for $50. Profit margin 40. So it's an amazing profit margin. Travel bags, at least the best ones, are not super cheap, so it's something that you can play with. It has a very solid profit margin, which is very important to make you more competitive in your market, as we've discussed in other videos. Targeting the big five, targeting suggestions, bag, luggage, handbag, targeting strategy right here for you to check out once you make a copy of the document. Product description, you know, I always leave the video for copywriting here in case you want to make your own description. If you want to just use plug and play, here is the one I suggest, but don't copy paste this. Be critical, read it, improve it here and there, give it your own touch, align it with your own brand messaging, however you build your brand. I never recommend copy pasting blindly. So product number 3, RGB smart lighting. Now this is a good one. Let me show you the ad here and I'll explain why I think this is a great option in a minute. So here is the ad, 14 seconds, perfect duration. I love ads that are short and sweet because you don't get people bored and you get straight to the point. See the impact that it has, amazing wow factor. Yeah, it's a great ad. Again, as I've said before, usually when you get ads from TikTok, they're usually better because TikTok is less forgiving with content. TikTok only pushes content that is really engaging. So getting ads from TikTok, even if you want to run ads on Facebook or anywhere else, is always a really good strategy. And yeah, the reason I love this product is because smart lighting is expensive. If you want to get like Philips Hue or Nanoleaf, the most popular smart lighting systems, they're rather expensive. So, and smart light is getting really popular now. So it's kind of like the AirPods. If you remember when the AirPods came out, there was a lot of stores that were making a lot of money drop shipping the AirPods. They're not really AirPods, but look like AirPods. It's the same concept. You pick up on a trend and then you offer an alternative that solves a problem with the original product that was trending. So the problem with the AirPods, of course, is that they're expensive, same as here. So you want to go in and sell something that is a cheaper alternative. That's why I really like this product, and I think there is a lot of space in the market. What I like even more about this product is that this store is pretty bad when you look at it. The description is super basic, no gifts. Like when you have an ad that is this good, like this, you really need to have some gifts. Look at the wow factor when they turn it on. Like, look at this. You can do an amazing gift with this. So I don't get why their description is so poor. That is kind of a smart home store, which I get, but no reviews. Yeah, product page is very poor in my opinion. So this is a great opportunity. I mean, you can jump on this and do a lot better than this. And in terms of pricing, estimated cost around $11, so really cheap. Adjusted selling price $68. You can go a bit lower. Like what you want to do is look for the alternatives on Amazon. Go look for Philips Hue on Amazon, see what the price is, and go a little bit lower because you have all this margin to play with. Not much, just a little bit to justify the difference. sellers. And yeah, you can get amazing profit margins while still selling a cheaper alternative to the most popular product. Testing the Big Five or in EU, local dropshipping strategy is also perfectly valid. Suggested interests, lamp, lighting, and color light. Testing strategy, you have the links, product description right here, so you can plug and play. Product number 4, sofa covers are a huge opportunity. They're a great product. They're evergreen. They sell really well. People always buy them any time of year. I would say they're probably more of a spring product, and March, if you notice, this list is all about preparing for spring, even for the summer a little bit. We're running up to the consumption of products that are mostly used during spring and summer. So that's why this product is particularly good now, but it's an evergreen product. Really, it sells really well throughout the whole year. Let me show you the ad. It's got an amazing wow factor as well. Yeah, this one is not even one of those covers that you cover the sofa completely. It's just like you just put it on. So it's even simpler than the traditional winning product that was the sofa cover that you would have to cover the sofa completely. Let's have a look at the competitor store. So very cheap, again, French, so local dropshipping, much better setup with the GIF. The GIF gives it an amazing wow factor, very well chosen part of the footage. Again, very easy to use, as you can see. It's a very good store. Both of these local dropshipping stores in French that we've seen are very well made in terms of the description. Then we got reviews, we got related products, which is good. It's not random products. The store seems well built, so I like this store. You can definitely model after this. AliExpress link, pricing suggestion. You can see here it gives you around a $25 profit margin, but it's a cheaper product, $34, so you can probably sell more of them than you would a more expensive product, and this is still a healthy margin. 5 countries to target, targeting suggestions around warm, plush, and cover, and the product description. We have it right here that you can use to plug and play. Product number 5, ultrasonic cleaner. So this one has been going viral recently. Again, we're all about hopping on trends. Here is the product. It's got an amazing wow factor ad as well. You know, this is what I love about cleaning products. Cleaning products are amazing because of how good the ads are that you can make with cleaning products. The satisfaction that you get from watching something go from really dirt to really clean, and you watch all of the dirt getting out, it's really easy to go viral with that because it's really satisfactory, and that's one of the most important elements to creating viral content. So I love cleaning products. Here you go. Yeah, this right here is what you need to make a GIF, and this should be the hook of your ad. Like this, yeah, it's still good. It's still within the first 2 seconds, but the ring seems even better because you see more of it coming out. Yeah, this one, and it looks like shiny. The ad is a bit long. I would trim this to the nice and juicy parts. Remember, the ad is just meant to get people's attention. We've talked about this before. Don't try and explain all of what the product does on the ad. Focus on getting people's attention and then do the explaining on your website. The ad is just meant to get people to click. Competitor store, decent price, pretty cheap, very poor quality GIF. I get it. They're probably worried about page loading speed, but this is really bad. You can do better than this. This picture is really high quality. Like you see, this doesn't add up. Really good looking picture and then very poor GIF. What I would do is if you have a picture that looks this nice, you would keep these colors and you would use these colors all throughout the website. So if you're going for this look here, which is nice and clean around grays and whites and blacks, you should design your whole store with those tones. So red buttons, no. This thing, the trust badges, and this is like the mother of all trust badges, don't use this thing. People don't need this anymore. It looks spammy. Green text, golden text, it looks really spammy, this store. Like you can literally take these pictures, because honestly some of these pictures are very good quality. You can take these pictures, this one, and build a store kind of around an Apple vibe with clean minimalistic graphics that looks really professional. So you can do a lot better than this. I like the fact that they're explaining how it works. You should do that too, but stick to the colors. Like gray, you could add blue highlights because the pictures also have blue, but stick to the colors. No red doesn't make sense here at all. No spammy trust badges. You just want to give people the idea that your store is a real brand, so it looks like a high quality product and they get the high perceived value feeling around the product. It doesn't make sense to do all this spammy stuff. And that's how you should treat your brand always. High quality brand to the highest standards, because if you scale your product and you really turn it into a private labeled product or a brand later on, you have to get people accustomed to a good standard of service and of how you present your store. So the spammy stuff is dead since 2020 or 2019 even. Like, don't use it. Warehouse pictures. The warehouse picture is good, but I don't know if this adds much here. Reviews, they kind of know some of the fundamentals, but the execution isn't the best. So I think you can definitely jump on this and do a lot better. Pricing, $10, selling it for $30, $19.99 profit margin. Honestly, let me correct this. I think you can do a lot better. I think you can sell this for like $50. It is very important to create a store that looks branded and professional, because that means that your credibility to be able to charge a higher price is going to be there. If you have a spam spammy store with trust badges can't really sell the product for $50 because your store looks spammy. It looks low quality. It looks like a low quality generalistic store that doesn't really specialize in anything. Whereas if you just take the high quality pictures and build a store around those color schemes and around that brand identity, or rather create a brand identity with those graphics, you can charge a lot more and people will be happy to pay for the price because they feel like they're buying from a premium store. Don't overthink your testing stores, but don't make them look spammy. Targeting the big five, targeting suggestions, ultrasonic, bubble, and cleaner. And we have the description suggestion right here. Then product number 6, the cat tunnel toy. So this one for the pet niche is also a very interesting product. And look at this, look at how they position the product, which is a big thing about this. You can't just say, here is a pet toy. That's probably not going to get people to pay attention to you. You have to use it to solve a problem. So see how they do it. They said, does your cat get bored easily? And then helps to ease anxiety through exercise. So here we go. It's a solution to an anxiety issue with cats. If your cat gets bored, this is good to help them ease anxiety through exercise. Solving a problem. Very important to position your product like that. They love to play and hide for hours on end. Made with holes to play hide and seek. So you can see this is a really well made ad. They know what they're doing. You can even turn it into a bed, unlike traditional plastic tunnels. So very well made ad. I understand why this ad works. It's very well made. Product page, nothing too special on these pictures. They aren't amazing, but the fundamentals are there. No spammy trust badges, just quantity discounts. They have the gifts right there, a lot of them, which is very good, and the reviews. So spoke too soon. They do have trust badges, but you see, these trust badges have the same color scheme as the rest of the store. They're nowhere near as spammy. So these ones, if you really want to use them, they're all right compared to the one that we saw before. Moving on, we have the AliExpress link, pricing, targeting, suggestions, cat tunnel, and toy, and the usual product description. So product number 7, AcuPoints massager mat. And with this one, like I've mentioned one product in my last list, I would recommend that you sell this with an ebook to make the offer more compelling, but we'll get to it. Let's start with just looking at the ad so you guys can see what the product is. Here we go. Pressure points. The hook isn't the best. Doesn't do a very good job of explaining how everything works. I would add captions, because if you don't understand much about acupressure, you're not really going to understand it from the video. I would add a few captions to make it easier to understand. The video is not the best. It could be better. Like electronic muscle simulation, yeah, but if you're not familiar with the concept, it's going to be hard to understand what this is about. But again, competitor store, let's talk about what matters here. So the store is not the best, but it does the job. If you're into this kind of stuff, you're probably going to read it, and they do a good job of explaining why this has benefits to people's health and how it works. So they do it, and they do a good job. They have a lot of writing. They explain everything really well, and they do it visually. But if you're not yet into this, there is a chance that you're probably not going to stop and pay attention to either the ad or the store, because the store is not very good at capturing attention. It's good at converting the attention that it already gets from people who are already interested, but it doesn't do a good job of explaining. So basically, I would just add a few captions on the ad, and I would make the top section of the page more about raising awareness to the problem and explaining the problem. What I was saying about ebook though has to do with this. So I would make this offer better by including a free ebook. You can find an ebook online. Sometimes there are books that are free online that you can upsell with this about the topic of acupressure. So people get more familiarized with the device, and they even get some training on how to actually use the device, which is really good. Then in terms of pricing, this has a really, really good margin because it's a cheap product, and because it's a medical device, you can always go a little bit higher on the pricing. You can definitely do a better job in this store. Like, I really like the description, and I think you should definitely read through all of this if you decide to test the product and make a very similar description, because this is very good. But on the graphics side, you can do a lot better than what they've done here. Targeting suggestions, health and wellness and healthcare. And here is the description that you can use. Product number 8, a leather car armrest. Let me show you the ad. Here we go. Looks very premium, very comfortable. It goes really well on the car. The ad is good. It obviously did really well, 1.1 million views. So it did really well. It's recent too. It's from January. So it looks like this product is popping off recently. I like the ad. Maybe it could be a bit shorter, but for Facebook, this duration is all right. You can see here on the store that, the design again isn't the best in terms of the color scheme. They do what is necessary in terms of making it dynamic with pictures and text, but along the lines of what we've discussed with the previous products, you guys can do a lot better. No reviews at all, no recommended products, just a few quantity discounts, but there's a lot of room for improvement here. And if this is working, guys, just give it a test, do some improvements on this. Maybe you can even lower the price a little bit because you still have a $30 profit margin, and give it a go because it seems very, very promising. Countries to target, big 5, you can start there, or you can also do the EU. Targeting suggestions, car seat, used cars, because the used car market, people always look look for upgrades to their cars. So it's a really good opportunity to sell this kind of products, to just upgrade the car. Testing strategies, product description. Product number 9 is a dog feeding trainer. So we got our second pet product here. Let me show you the ad. This is a simple toy where you can train the dog, because the dog understands that when it pushes the button, he gets a treat. And you can regulate this to 2 different modes. One that you can use when the dog is alone, and the other one that you can use when you're playing with the dog. So also doing really well. Competitor store, let's have a look. There we go. Let's have a look at the store. Good upselling. Trust badges. They're in the color scheme. They're not super necessary. Style A, style B, so very, very good to have gifts to distinguish one and the other. And then on the description, they explain what is the difference of style A, style B, and how you can train the dog to use it. And yeah, pretty simple. Again, oh yeah, I was gonna say no reviews, but we do have reviews. Then pricing suggestion, $17, 45 selling price, and profit margin 28. Selling in the big 5 plus EU, and targeting pets, dog lovers, pet toys. Pretty basic stuff as usual for testing. You don't want to overcomplicate. You just want to go after your most obvious customer avatar. Targeting suggestions, pets, dog lovers, pet toys. Very simple, straight to the point. Don't overcomplicate your testing targeting. And for product description, we have this one right here. The important part with this description is that you first explain what type A and type B is, because there's 2 different products, and then there's these 2 ways of playing with the product. You have to just go through the competitor description, understand what they're saying, and explain it, because a confused consumer is a consumer that is probably not going to buy anything. You need to make sure that when there are things that need to be explained, they're very easy to understand from your product description on the website. And finally, our product number 10 is a non-stick double-sided sandwich pan that is going viral on TikTok. You can see the TikTok here. It's got 116.5 million views, which is insane. And you can see 6 seconds, as you should do. Very, very simple. And you see how it works very easily. It's an amazing product. So this is definitely a trend that you should capitalize on right now. Competitor store right there. Sandwich maker. The store is very good. This store is good. Very coherent with the colors. Only reds are on stuff that are meant to cause like urgency, like price and the stock left. Even the trust badges are very minimalistic. They kind of blend in. The GIF is all right. On desktop doesn't look too nice, but on mobile it will look nice, I assume. Good pictures. This store is very simple, but gets the job done. The product helps because it's a viral product. Doesn't need much explaining. It's a simple product. They have a guarantee. They have shipping, customer service. All of these drop downs look really nice. They don't have reviews, which is bad. So that's the negative side to this website, but you can definitely model after it and make your own with reviews. Pricing suggestion, cost at 17, selling price at 50, 33 profit margin, which for a simple product like this is very good. Countries to target, just I would hop on the big 5 because it looks like the product is going viral now on TikTok. So I would try the big 5 first. If not, you can always go for a local dropshipping strategy and see if it pops off in your own country. Targeting suggestions, sandwich, pan, kitchen accessories. You have testing strategy, product description, and the description suggestion right there. So that's my top 10 winning product list for March 2023. If you're thinking about testing this, I would suggest that you have a look at this video right here, which is my Facebook ads full guide that you can use to learn how to test products with Facebook ads.